Hey mamas, welcome back to the channel. And if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Jessica. I am a stay-at-home homeschooling mom of 8 beautiful children. And on today, I will be talking about how I start off and how I get into planning my homeschool. So, I plan my homeschool for the whole year. I don't do week by week. I do for the whole year. I do the I do with the I write down all my subjects. I got notes, so you'll see me looking aside at my notes, okay? I do my subjects. I write down what subjects I want to teach. Then I jot down what they need to know, like high schoolers. I do have a high schooler. Actually, I have 2 high schoolers now, and they have to have certain classes to get certain credits. So I write down what they need. Then I work very closely, or I give them an assessment test to see what level they're on to find out their weakness and their strength. After I find out their weakness and their strength, I find a curriculum that will be suitable for them. And yeah, so I search the internet. Normally, I would search the internet and find out what they need to know at that grade level that they tested on. And if they need, because sometimes I have kids that is a grade above or on grade level, and then in some areas they might be a little bit below grade level or below grade level in certain subjects. So I find out what curriculum or what workbook that will work best for them. So when I do that, one resource that I use, I am going to pull it up for you all. Now, it's not free. It is not free at all. But to find out what your child needs to know, it is free. And that resource is right here. Here we go. IXL.com. So they have pre-K. It's right here. They have pre-K all the way up to 8th grade, and then they have like algebra 1, geometry, what is this? Calculus, and yeah. So it only goes to the 8th grade, but they have, like, for kindergarten, you have everything they need to know for math, language arts, science, social studies. And if you pay for the subscription, then you can go ahead and get other access to other things. But I pretty much just use it to find out what they need to know for their grade. I never pay for this subscription. I probably should check it out because it's something that I do use every year to find out what what they need to know according to their grade level. Now, last year I bought this excellent book right here, and I used this last year, and it is very, very helpful. This book gives so many resources. It starts at pre-K and it goes all the way up to the 12th grade. We're giving resources from the books to the websites to different programs. And yeah, so we're going to dive into that as well. Another thing I do outside the assessment, I also find out my child learning style, because kids' learning styles is very important. I think that's one thing that we kind of forget to do, is like key in on how our child learn. What is the best way our kid learn? And sometimes we give them lectures when they hands on, or sometimes we give them hands on when they are visual, or their audio. They need to hear it consistently. And because I'm homeschooling 8, well, not actually 8 right now, because this is 2. Because I'm homeschooling 6 kids right now, I have different learning styles with all of them. Some of them are visual, some of them are audio, some of them are hands-on. I have a few of them that are hands-on, and I have some that have more than one. And the ones that are more than one, yeah, what I do is I try to implement a little bit of everything into every subject, so everybody is still getting their needs met when I'm teaching. So, yeah, I start off in August planning out my school year. So it takes me about like a whole month to plan everything out. But let's get into this book because this book is really, really good. So first, I get a notebook. Here's my notebook from last year. I'm gonna go with last year. Um, Another thing that I do that I keep in this notebook is I write down what I learned from the assessments that I gave them in this book. I also write down their learning style in this book. I write down all of my passwords and everything like that. I do have a planner. Well, I don't have one now, but I do also use a planner. So this will be partner with my planner. So yeah, I also write down their goals. So we sit down and I talk with them one-on-one. What are their goals? What would they like to learn and what would they like to bring up? What would they like to improve in? Their dislikes and their they most like subjects. And I try to key in on their dislikes. So if they have something they dislike in, I try to do something to make it engaging and fun for them. And if it's something that they like, I try to add more of that to keep them motivated about school. Yeah. Sometimes that works, sometimes it don't, but I still do it to, because you just never know if it's going to work or not. And then another thing I also do at the beginning of the book, I write down scriptures, my go-to homeschooling scriptures. Every year, I just add new homeschooling scriptures. So on the first, and I write down prayer for myself and just different key prayers that I need to pray over my children. So this right here is like my go-to. This is my go-to thing, okay? I love this. And I also use notes on my phone and my iPad as well, because if I'm out somewhere and we're shopping, or shopping for school supplies, I can just pull it up without carrying this. So yeah, I be having to keep everything down. So okay, so I am going to go back and read those scriptures. So the first one is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, 9 through 12. Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. Verse 10, if one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. Likewise, two people lying close together can keep each other warm. But how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. Three are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. That scripture right there I use to keep encouraged, to know that it's okay to have a community to ask for help. I also use that for my children to let them know to help each other out, to help each other out, to help out those that might need a little bit help, or if they see me needing a little bit help in school, to help each other out. The next scripture that I had in here, remind you, this is from last year. I use other scriptures. These are the ones I just have down. And it came from Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. And I am certain that God who begun the good work within you will continue his work until it is fully finished on the day when Jesus Christ returns. That's just to let my kids know, like, he started a good thing in you all. You all are running very well. You are doing very well. Don't get discouraged that he's going to continue to work in you and to perform his good works. Another one that I have is Colossians 3:23. So, like I was saying, it's Colossians 3:23, and it states, work willingly at whatever you do as though you are working for the Lord rather than for people. Remember, oh no, I'm sorry. It's just 3:23. So just remembering who you doing your work towards. You're not doing your work for me, your dad, or anybody else. We are to work as if we are working unto the Lord. That just not for them. That is also for me. When I get up before my children and I'm teaching them, I'm researching what they need to know, I need to bring my best foot forward, even for my children. Excuse me. And then so I just have a lot of different quotes here to keep reminding myself and keeping myself encouraged. So that's pretty much what I write at the beginning of the book. I do that all the time. So let's take a look in this book. So I will go to, let me see, I'm not going to do all my kids. I'm just going to go to, if you want me to do more and you want to see more of this book, just comment below and let me know, and I will show you more. But now, so let's take a dive into this book. Let's see what's going on here, because this right here is the star of the show for this video, okay? Now, this grade right here is kindergarten. We're just going to look in kindergarten for right now. It talks about language arts, phonics. It tells you everything that they need to know for phonics and language arts for kindergarten. It also gives you a breakdown of like the VCC words, the CVCC words, the CCVC words, and the CVC words, if I didn't say that already, how they need to recognize and print their own name, no age appropriate sight words, and they give you some examples of those sight words. They also give you where you can find some sight words to help you with that. So that's one thing that I really like about this book. It actually gives you like different resources where to find it. So it just don't tell you, it give you like the resources where to get it from. They also give like different things that you can for book referrals. They give you reading and comprehension, how and what level they should be on for reading and comprehension. They also give you resources for that. And also one thing that I also do at the beginning of the book, I also write down our daily schedule. I have to have that. I have it posted up in the classroom and downstairs by our calendar, but I also have to have it for myself in this book as well as my planner. And and just different rules that I have for them throughout the school year, different people that I wanted them to learn about, government, because I do teach government, or economics, geography, all of those things. So everything pretty much is in here. So I take it from here. Once I write everything down, I take it from here and I put it in my planner. And once I put it in my planner, that's when I divided it up and split it up into what month and what week they will be learning what. So that is pretty much my video. Hope you enjoy. If you did, drop some Apple emojis. If you have any questions, just please let me know. Till next time.